It would be far easier to consider this a dream, but how can I? After this last year, the boundaries between what's real and what's illusion have become threadbare as a moldering shroud. How do I learn to think like these monsters I've chosen to fight, and not let my own mind be mangled by the recognition and all the process? I don't want to know what goes on in the Joker's head. I have to know. But I imagine how it must feel to be him. I think of a snake with a broken back, flipping, tracing, intricate, agonizing arrow breaths in the dust. Does he know what he's doing? Is he goading me to following him deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of derangement, hoping I'll break? Some of the experiences I've committed this black book are so utterly bizarre and defy logic and sanity. 5 years into the mission and it feels like a ghost train ride. I didn't expect Khatum psychopaths, regular contact with hallucinogenic compounds, or seemingly alien interventions. If it wasn't for Robin's humor or forthrightness, I would be... We've all seen weird things and have had strange events in our lives. But have you seen something so strange that you begin to question your own sanity? Batman Black Casebook is a book that reprints old, weird, and strange Silver Age Batman stories. All these stories in the reprints greatly influenced Grant Morrison's run on Batman. Grant's run on Batman works with the idea that every single Batman story through the Bronze Age, Silver Age, and Golden Age all happened through Batman's career. A lot of these stories and characters come back in Grant's run, like the return of Zur-En-Ah. Zur-En-Ah is originally a scientist from outer space who took the mantle of Batman in an old Silver Age story. But in Grant's run, it's later retconned to be a separate personality of Batman, used to deal with psychological attacks. Basically, if Batman's mind was taken over, he would use Zur-En-Ah as a backup personality, if Batman's mind was ever erased or damaged. The one problem with Zur-En-Ah, though, is that he's Batman without Bruce Wayne, so he's a bit more psychotic and brutal. He also speaks to Bat-Mite, another Silver Age character who's basically Mr. Mxyzptlk but for Batman, a fourth dimensional imp who can change any part of reality just for the fun of it. But in Grant's run, he represents the last same part of Bruce Wayne's mind talking to Zur-En-Ah. The word Zur-En-Ah is also retextualized. In the old Silver Age comics, it's just the name of a planet, but in Grant's run, it's the last thing Bruce heard from his father, but misheard as Zur-En-Ah. But his father's actual last words were, "Sad thing is, they'd probably throw someone like Zorro in Arkham." Pretty ironic. Other stories from the Black Casebook that are used as reference in Grant's run are The Batman of England, which introduces new characters called Knight and Squire, who return in Grant's run for Batman R.I.P. A Partner for Batman introduces Wingman, a crime fighter who wants to work with Batman, but later betrays him in Grant's run. Batman of All Nations also returns and helped heavily inspire Batman Incorporated, and The First Batman, which retcons Thomas Wayne as the first Batman, but Grant changes it as a mysterious man who wears the costume, and is later revealed that this mysterious man was the one who helped kill Bruce Wayne's parents, but I'll get to this mysterious man in a second. There are a couple more stories that are used and referenced, but first we need to take a look at the actual Black Casebook itself. So yes, the Black Casebook is not only a reprint of old Batman stories, but in the DC universe, it's a diary for Batman. Yes, Batman has a diary for his criminal cases, but these cases are so much different than any others. The intro from the video was a brief read from it. The Black Book case is Batman's most bizarre and insane cases. Stories so crazy that it began to break Batman's mind, made him question his own sanity. I think we've already kind of explained beforehand, Batman's mental state is kind of called into question during Grant's run. He's a man that experienced some of the most bizarre and borderline hallucinogenic experiences. So what story broke Batman's mind so hard that he had to document his weirdest cases in this book? Well, you see, there are some other stories I forgot to mention, like Am I Really Batman? Where Batman has a mental breakdown after seeing another Batman in Gotham. Or Prisoner of Three Worlds, a 3-part story about Batman and pre-crisis Batwoman being turned into the energy doubles with powers. What? While Robin and pre-crisis Batgirl are sent to another planet to fight aliens. I also forgot to mention Club of Heroes, which introduces another Bat-inspired crime fighter. But an important one to all of Grant's run is Robin Dies at Dawn, which has Batman go through a violent hallucinogenic trip about the death of Robin. Then, which is later revealed to be an experiment by an unnamed scientist. But Grant decided to bring back this character and make him the main antagonist for his Batman run, Simon Hurt or Dr. Hurt. Yes, an unnamed random evil scientist from a 1960s Batman comic is used as the ultimate nemesis in Grant's run, using his psychological attack to mentally break down Batman, and even wearing a similar costume to the Dark Knight. So yes, Batman's mental state is probably a bit weird, but to be honest, I think anyone's would be after experiencing everything he has, from psychotic clowns, dimension-changing imps, and, oh wait, I forgot to mention one of my favorite Black Casebook stories, Rainbow Creature. Yes, Batman fought a creature with the rainbow powers. It was so trippy, he had to write it in his casebook. I'm sorry, I just love the idea that Batman has a whole page in the book dedicated to the rainbow creature and how it almost mentally broke him. And another story called Rainbow Batman, where Batman changes his costume each day to distract the public from Robin's broken arm, which could reveal their secret identities. So yes, in some way or the other, all stories have happened to Grant Morrison's Batman. The overall idea of Grant Morrison's Batman is that each decade is a different time of Batman's career, from the dark and gloomy Bronze Age, to the trippy and goofy Silver Age, to the detective and brutal Batman of the Bronze Age. All are part of Batman's legacy, and each and every one of them is canon because somewhere out there, that's probably someone's favorite Batman story. Unless you're Batman Odyssey. No one likes this story. But I truly do love Grant's idea of Batman. Their whole idea is that Batman is the ultimate man who has seen and done the literal impossible. So I guess it would kind of make sense he would have at least experienced the more weirder stories. To defeat the impossible, first you need to experience it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I have bigger videos in the way and I'll try to pump them out eventually, but I have some smaller ones I have on the way, so please be patient. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a good day and goodbye.